Number 5 says, how many solutions does this system have? Guys, let's look at our two different equations in there. We've got 2y equals 10x minus 14, and we've got 5x minus y equals 7. Now, they do not want to know the answer to this system. They just want to know how many answers does it have. If it has one answer, it's going to intersect and it's going to touch in one spot. If it has no answers, that means it's going to be two parallel lines. They're never going to touch. Infinitely many means when I graph this thing, it's going to be the same line right on top of each other. Guys, it's not possible for two lines to touch only 2 times. So letter B is a bogus answer. You're not going to choose that one. Now, lots of different ways to do this. Guys, I have my 2 equations. I could solve elimination method, substitution, or graphing. I want to look at this one because I'm hoping you guys are all good at solving for y. We're going to go ahead and do this one graphing method. Because if you can solve it for y, that calculator is going to take all of the guessing work out of it. First equation, solve for y. Guys, the only thing on the side with the y is the 2. It's being multiplied right now, so I have to come in and divide by 2. When I do that, the 2's cancel, leaving just y is equal to 10x divided by 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5, and then I tack the x on. And then I have negative 14 divided by 2. Well, guys, negative 14 divided by 2, type it in your calculator if you need to, is going to be negative 7. Guys, you can pause these videos and type it in and make sure that you're getting the right answer. Okay, so for my first equation, if I were to pull my calculator up, I could go into my y equals screen and type in 5x minus 7. Now, before I hit graph, I'm going to want to come and solve this second equation. So to solve the second one, I've got a little bit more on the side with this y. First, I'm going to move the 5x to the other side by subtracting it. That's going to get me negative y is equal to negative 5x plus 7. Can't combine those because they're not like terms. Well then, guys, I need to get rid of the negative sign that's in front of the y, so I'm going to come in and divide each side by negative 1. That's going to get me y is equal to negative 5x divided by negative 1. Negative 5 divided by negative 1 is going to get me positive 5, and then I'm going to tack the x on. Well then 7 times negative 1, well 7, not 7 times, I'm sorry, 7 divided by negative 1 is negative 7. So this is my second equation. I'm going to come over to my calculator, go down to my second line, and type in this second equation, y equals 5x minus 7. Now notice when I graph this, it's going to graph my first equation in blue and my second one in red. So now I'm just going to hit that graph button. And I'm waiting. There's the first equation showing up. Do you see how the red line just showed up right on top of that first one? Well, guys, it's only one line. They're on top of each other. So it's going to be this infinitely many solutions. So over here on the blank for number 5, you're going to put letter D because it's going to have a ton of answers. Every point on that line is going to be a point where the two lines overlap or intersect.